Yeah! It's your favorite Straw Hat Nico. I love science class, especially biology, but the way I remember learning it, it was really boring. There was only a few videos that are actually really interesting to watch. It made the class easier, but for the most part, the notes and lectures were really boring. And I realized something. If I had something like cells at work when I was still in biology class, oh my goodness, that would change the entire game. I would love learning, the tests would be easier to pass, and everything would flow. Because every time in cells at work, they show off a little tidbit, I always pause the screen and read it, even though I know the narrator is going to tell me exactly what it says. And at first I was wondering, why does the narrator do that? But now I kind of get it. It adds on to it, because it's kind of like you watch any video related to science class. There's subtitles, and even though you hear what they're saying, you can also read it. It's sensational. Because I love learning in a fun way. It makes stuff easier to remember. I don't like being bored. That's the one thing I don't like. And there's never a dull moment when watching something like Cells at Work. And my favorite character from the show has to be White Blood Cell. He's amazing, bro. Every time he's on the screen, I know it's gonna be a fire time. Every time. I like so much about him. The way he looks, it's a sleek design, it's amazing. And I love his voice actor, it just always sounds interesting. Not just the main one, all of them are cool. And I like how every time they do something, it's like, hey, let me tell you how this thing worked, you just saw it. That they should do anime around stuff that's educational. Make everything entertaining but accurate. Because I remember I was going through Twitter and then I saw this article of actual people who study biology, like they're in school for it, and they're saying yes, Cells at Work did help them understand the harder concepts. And what I like about Cells at Work so much, there's never a time I watch an episode and say, that's not how it works. Why they go about that way of doing something? If you watch Cells at Work, the personalities of all the antibodies and the cells themselves, it fits. It's like the voice, personality, the role, it's in sync, and that's how like my anime make me feel immersed and I'd say, oh, why is this happening? Why do that? And I remember the first time I saw some cells, I'm like, oh, so that's what they do. I love the way they did antibodies, it just looked clean. And I do hope when Cells at Work is complete, they put it in classrooms, so that way anytime you take biology class and you're struggling with a concept, they can just recommend you an episode to watch. So it's like, oh man, I don't get this part of biology. It's like, hey, it's an episode dedicated to what you understand. Here's how it works, and learn the concepts, and then you can write a one-page essay on it. You can write 2 paragraphs on it, something like that. Because I can imagine when someone gets an opportunity to, they'll probably use Cells at Work for a final project, presentation. They can incorporate it in there. So it's like, hey, this is why we need more anime based on educational stuff. It is a great way to learn certain things, especially harder concepts. I am a biology student. I was struggling with this concept, and the show gave me a good idea how this concept works in a nutshell and helped me pass my final. Bang! This is why I say stuff like anime is a wonderful medium. Not only it can make even most uninteresting stuff interesting, it gives you a great idea to experience stuff and understand stuff that maybe normally it's just super hard to grasp, or you can't really imagine it all the way. Because I'm a visual learner. I learn best by doing and seeing. So when someone just reading notes to me, those are just words on a piece of paper, doesn't mean anything. But when I see Cells at Work, all the stuff in biology class I didn't understand started making sense now. Why the cells do the certain things they do, why does their body react a certain way to certain things, such as allergies, or why do we have certain chemical reactions. And I love how Cells at Work always took these concepts that pretty much happen to us all the time and elevate them so it's not only entertaining, but it's informative. You ever watch a show and you're just sitting here like, yes. Always wanted to know, how can you show off a situation and make it interesting but accurate? And what Cells at Work aims to do with every single episode. It really feels like they have really good writers, and they also have actual biologists with them to make sure everything lines up correctly. Maybe one day, there'll be an anime for all the subjects in school. So instead of you learning with boring and pointless videos, we can watch and learn things that tickle our fancy. So by the time a teacher realizes that, hey, my students are not really grasping what I'm saying based on the quiz I'm giving them, based on the notes I'm giving. Alright guys, we're gonna watch this episode of Cells at Work so y'all understand what it looks like we have influenza. You're You're gonna watch this episode of Cells at Work so you understand how your antibodies actually work together and how they perceive certain threats. And here's the protocol for how things really go down your body. Alright, any questions? And then I can explain whether students still don't get. And that way, instead of people saying, hey, this is why I don't like school is boring, you can give students more reasons to say, learning never really stops. It's just you gotta find ways to make it interesting for you. Find ways to make things memorable. Because we all know the way memory works. If something is boring to you, you're probably not gonna remember it faster than something you actually care about. Because I notice anytime I don't care about something, it's hard to remember dates and history. But with anime, if you give me a good enough description, I can pretty much tell you what it is. So if you said, hey, this is a character from Cells at Work, give a brief description, I could probably say, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. So all in all, Cells at Work is a great example of what I think makes anime charming. It's a wonderful medium that can do multiple things. Yes, I understand not everyone likes anime, but I'm pretty sure if people give it a chance, they can see not only the beauty and interesting parts of stuff like Cells at Work, they can see anime is relatable, interesting, and can pretty much help you experience things that maybe on your own you never had opportunity to experience. And that's all I want to say today. So if you've seen Cells at Work, what are your thoughts on it? Would you want to see something like that in your science classes or have it for stuff not like science, maybe other stuff that's kind of boring, like history, like government class? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank y'all so much for watching. That's all I really wanted to say today. So do your boy a favor, King Kong gun the like button, subscribe and join my Straw Hat fleet. If you want to back me financially, I got a Patreon. Link is always in the description below. And if you can't donate today, that's all good. Share the link out and you're good to go. If you want to help me grow my channel, all you gotta do is share this video or any videos you enjoy from me on your social medias, tell your friends, and boom, you're good to go. I also got a Twitch. Also, I do podcasts now on Anchor. If you want me to make some of the podcasts or these topics I talk about in said podcast on this channel, let me know. Join my Discord and you're good to go. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I can say so much more, but my crew needs me.